Welcome back. Today I'm taking a look at the Zela Wallet from Patepluma Company. Technically it's the version 2, but I think they completely got rid of the version 1. So this is the only Zela Wallet available. So let's check it out. So if you purchase the first version of the Zela Wallet, this is what you have right here. And that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to make this video, was just to show you guys the differences between the version 1 and the version 2 here. So if you guys saw my small business spotlight video on Patepluma Company, I did talk about the Zela Wallet version 1 right here very briefly, but it wasn't a review. So I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion on the Zela Wallet version 2, which is basically just the Zela Wallet now. So I'll give you guys a nice close-up of the Zela Wallet right here. And while you guys are checking this out, open this up, let's talk about some of the features. All right, the Zela Wallet is a vertical style minimalist wallet that features 4 pockets that can hold up to 9 cards and up to 10 bills folded in half. It's handmade from full grain waxy oiled pull-up vegetable tan leather from Patepluma. And the outside piece is a full grain Botero vegetable tan leather, and is hand-stitched from 1mm wax flat polyester thread. As of right now, you have 12 different color choices for the thread and 5 different color combinations for the leather. But according to their website, custom colors are available on request. The colors that I have right here is a dark green Botero and a brown Patepluma pull-up. And Patepluma Company is based out of the Netherlands. So the Zela Wallet came to me in this paper pouch right here that was wax sealed. And Kervin, the owner of Patepluma Company, wrote a bunch of things on here for me. And I thank you for that, because he actually wrote what the differences were between the version 1 and the version 2. So before we go over the quality, let's go over the differences here real quick, just in case you guys did buy the version 1. So first off, it has 1 more pocket. There's 3 pockets here and there's 4 pockets in the newer version. He says he's using better hardware, meaning a stronger snap. So I'll give you a look at the snap on the version 1 and then the beefier snap on the version 2. And I can vouch for that. The snap on the version 2 feels a lot stronger. You now have the option to add a bead to the paracord. So I have this optional brass feather bead right here on the paracord. On the version 1, you didn't have that option. Next, the loop that covers the flap right here is redesigned and stronger. So take a look at the back right there, and you can see he didn't cut the leather as thin on the brand new version, and now it comes all the way down right to the snap. Next, the upper left-hand corner is a little bit stronger. On the version 1, it was rounded, and you can see it's just a little bit flimsy, but on the version 2, it's no longer rounded, and it's a lot more sturdy. And we'll talk about why it's more sturdy when I go over the styling and the design here. And the last thing he mentions is the new Zela Wallet has an improved finish. So those are all the differences. So I'll put away this guide. Now let's start talking about the quality of the Zela Wallet here. So Patepluma Company uses leathers sourced from Italian tanneries, such as Botero and Patepluma. Full grain vegetable tan leathers. These leathers will literally last you a lifetime. Some of the best in the world, and if you guys watch my channel all the time, I always rave about Patepluma. I just so happen to love the leathers that Patepluma produces. And one of my favorites is this waxy oiled pull-up right here from Patepluma. You can see that? I just love a good pull-up. So the leather quality used here is top-notch. Now I'll give you a close-up of that hand saddle stitching. So the saddle stitching, you can see right here at the bottom, and then it goes up right around the side to form that cash pocket. And then a few stitches on that piece of leather that forms the loop that holds on that paracord right there. So I think all the stitching here looks pretty good. And check out that hand burnished edges right there. So everything here looks very, very nice. You can see all the cuts look pretty clean as well. And I already mentioned this upgraded stronger snap right here, antique brass look. So from a quality standpoint, everything here looks great. And now, as per usual, let's do a smell test. Hold on. Okay, that's weird, because the Patepluma, I smelled both of them. That's what took me so long. The Patepluma here smells great, but the Botero, I'm not getting much smell off of that Botero at all. So if you guys are looking for that classic leather smell, I'm not really getting too much of it right here. So now for the styling. It is a vertical style minimalist wallet that has a flap that is snapped together over the top. So now let's take a look at those 4 pockets. Unsnap it. There is a front pocket right there that I was using for one of my most used cards. Behind that is another pocket for the bulk of your credit cards. Behind that is a dedicated cash compartment that can take your bills folded in half. And then on the back, there's another pocket for a total of 4 pockets. And if you prefer to use cash over cards, you're really gonna like the Zela Wallet because you have access to your bills at all times without having to unsnap your wallet right here through the side. And technically you have access to 2 of your cards that are in this back pocket and front pocket without unsnapping your wallet. And I say technically because the way the Zela Wallet is designed, it's literally right there on the edge of not being able to take your cards out the front and the back without having to unsnap your wallet. And I'll show you what I'm talking about when I do the cash and card test next. So now let's get back to the styling here, and I'll show you how they added another pocket over the version 1. So you can see this outside piece of leather that forms the flap here, stitches up on the side and the bottom, and then wraps around, and then wraps around one more time, and then basically just gets tucked in and stitched on the bottom. And that Battlelassie Carlo piece is just basically slid in there, tucked in, and stitched up. So that creates the 4 pockets, as you can see right there. Well, let me get in that back pocket right there. Now you can see all 4 pockets. Now that's different from the version 1 because the outside is basically the same, but that middle piece isn't a folded piece of leather. It's just an insert that he put in. So just by taking another piece of leather and folding it around this piece of leather right here that forms the outside, that creates the extra pocket. And then of course the Zela trademark having this paracord lanyard right here on this loop. And I do like the decision to make this just a little bit thicker piece of leather and have it go right into the snap as opposed to ending before the snap there. So that definitely adds a little bit of strength to the loop here for that paracord. And the last thing I want to talk about is the branding. So there's a Patepluma company stamp right there in the front, which is great. And then the only other branding is there on the inside. You can see their stamp right there in the cash compartment. So 2 branding stamps. I don't mind that because one is literally on the inside, so that's great. All right, now it's time for the cash and card test. I already went ahead and fully loaded the Zela Wallet with 9 cards and 10 bills. Now this is more than what I was carrying getting ready for this review. Usually I carry about 7 cards and about 5 bills. So it's stretched out a little bit more than when I was carrying it. And to be honest, this is definitely the limit because you can see that button needed to be stronger because this is about to burst open. But as per the nature of leather, eventually it will stretch to a fully loaded 9 cards and 10 bills. This is the first time it's had that much in there. Just so I can demonstrate to you guys that yes, it can handle it. But like I mentioned, I was only carrying 7 and 5. So let's take out 2 of these cards right here for a total of 7. And I'm gonna take these bills out and put it back with only 5, the way I was carrying it. All right, much more manageable. You can see that snap not having an issue at all with only 7 cards and 5 bills. And getting these cards out of the middle, these 5 cards, you can see you can easily pull them out and do the fan method, very functional. And the front and the back quick access card pockets has this cutout right here, and it does give you enough room to access those cards. But you can see the flap is open right now. So I'm gonna demonstrate what I was talking about earlier with this front and back pocket. So check this out. You technically can take out this front card without having to unsnap your wallet, but putting it back in is just a little bit more pain in the butt because you have to press all the way down and then literally just slide it over like that. If we had just a little bit more room right here, it'd be a lot easier to manage. And I think I can demonstrate that a lot better with this back pocket. I was putting my most used credit card back here and taking it out, you can see that it's exactly the same size as this credit card. You can see it's creasing right there at the top and the bottom. And this is why I said, technically, yes, it can be done, but putting it back in, it's a little bit of a pain in the butt. You can see, you can definitely do it though. What would make this a little bit better is just cut this maybe 1 or 2 millimeters farther down. And I think that would alleviate that problem. And getting your cards out of the front and the back would be a lot easier. Now that's just me nitpicking, but I feel like I have to mention it. But where this wallet really shines, obviously, is the cash carrying solution. So you can see my bills are folded in half. You don't have to unbutton the wallet or anything. putting them back in just as easy. So I really like this wallet if you use cash on a daily basis. If you use your cards on a daily basis, of course, all you have to do is just unbutton it and take your cards out. Obviously, for someone like me, I don't want to have to always unsnap my wallet to get to my credit cards every day. But once again, I am nitpicking just because, look, it can be done. It's just very tight back here. But you can see I can still do it without having to unsnap it. So if I did have a negative of the Zela wallet, that would probably be it. I just wish this was cut down just another millimeter or two just to make it a little bit easier to get access to that front and back card. Other than that, I think the Zela wallet is great, especially if you prefer using cash on an everyday basis. Plus all the upgrades over the original Zela wallet right here. I think Patepluma Company really nailed it with this one. And plus I love the paracord lanyard right here with this feather bead. I didn't give you guys a close-up of this, but check out this brass feather bead. I think that's really cool. I mean, there's tons of options here. You can go without the bead. You can pay a little bit extra to get the brass bead or another version of the bead. There's 5 different color combinations on their website, or if you want a custom color, let them know about it. And 12 different colors for the thread, so you can just basically customize this however you want. So yes, overall, I am a fan of this wallet, and I can recommend it. It's about 65 euros on their website, which equals out to be about 70 American dollars. All right, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. What do you think of the Zela wallet from Patepluma Company? If you want to check this out for yourself, I will put links down below in my description box. But if you did enjoy this video, please give me that thumbs up. Please subscribe. And go!